Porter's Dream Dancing was arranged by Steve Allee, and boy, he put a lot of twists and turns in this one. First of all, we did it in 7, so I guess the first hurdle for me is to try to not make it feel just like 7, with dunk to dunk to dunk dunk dunk. So I tried real hard with the rest of the band to kind of, again, make it a little bit seamless, shift around the 7s and kind of play over the bar lines. And then in addition to that, he threw in some mixed meter where we kind of go into 4 for a few bars. And he threw in some hits just for good keeping. So you really got to pay attention, and I guess the real challenge is to navigate through those hits, make them strong, make them clear for the band, but not overplay them and not make them real heavy so as to bog the time down. So you got to kind of keep thinking and keep moving ahead and keep an eye on what's coming, so you don't drop any bombs or upset the flow of the chart. As is with most Brazilian music, you want it to have a nice flow to it. So this falls into that same category. It just has a whole bunch of odd bars in it. At the end, there's a little bit of a solo section where the drums play over kicks and hits. That's very important nowadays. A lot of writers have been writing that for years, but it's something that I think drummers really need to know how to do, is to navigate in and around hits. So this was a fun one to play, but get your 7 sambas together.
The challenge in that arrangement of Dream Dancing that Steve Allee did is to keep the time together with a lot of authority while maintaining the sort of relaxed feel that you need to have to play a sort of a fluid samba. So you add to that the fact that there are some points within the form where the energy level does ratchet up on purpose, then it gives a nice contrast between the two sort of different styles. I try not to think of it too much as being in 7. I really don't like to try to play in odd meters in a really obvious fashion or a belabored fashion where you're hitting the listener over the head with the fact that it's an odd meter. So I like to think of that one as sort of like the half notes that would go with the 7. So if it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every 2 bars of the 7 sequence, it lines up again. So sometimes I'll tap my foot through the whole thing, playing, just half notes. Ding ka doom ka ding doom ka ding ka doom doom ding ka doom bing ka doom ba doom ba doom bing ding doom ka doom. So I find that helps me sort of smooth out the line and keep the kind of the right vibe for the samba feel. But then on the other hand, there is a lot of energy in the tune. So when we play it, it wouldn't be right if we tried to take away the energy that's hinted at in the introductory vamp that comes back. And so it just kind of seesaws back and forth between these smooth melodic 7 sections and the really energetic sections. So it's a very fun arrangement to play. It's a beautiful tune to begin with, and I love it when arrangers like Steve find gems in the old material and breathe new life into them, which is what I think he did with this version of Dream Dancing.
Our song Dream Dancing, I don't know if the guys remember, but actually I thought this was more of a group arrangement. Jeremy brought in the song Dream Dancing, which is a beautiful Cole Porter song. And I think we kind of collectively said, let's put this thing in 7. And then I believe Steve Houghton said, well, but maybe at the end of the A, let's break it up so we throw it off into another time for a minute. So I think we kind of have a group arrangement going here. I took it home and tried to reharmonize some of the chords in the melody. I try to honor the arrival points where it's important to stay close to the key center, but at other times I would find a bass note that would be a good substitution point for other chords. That's one of my methods for doing reharms to a song. As far as playing the song, it's a challenge to play in 7, I think, for me. A couple considerations too is to project the melody, a smooth legato melody, but still have sustaining power in it, and also translate the rhythm that is the 7. So I thought it was interesting that we started out so softly though with the melody, but it still had a nice quiet intensity to it that I think that would bear checking out the beginning because it had a lot of intensity, almost like a McCoy Tyner thing at the very beginning, but then settled down into a nice. So they give it a dynamic range right off the bat by starting loud and then going into the soft thing. It's always fun to have hits built into a trio arrangement because you have this freedom and then everybody comes together for the rhythmic hits. It just, I think, is a great thing for the audience, and it's a great thing for us to focus all of our energies on the hits. So we hope you enjoy this song.